Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be your weekend read from November 15th all the way through the 17th here. And side tangent, on the 15th I made a separate video for when Saturn was direct on the 15th as well as the supermoon. So we'll touch on it today, but check that video out, no pressure, if you want to go more into depth and learn more about how to utilize the energy and how to manifest and attract during that time with taking action. But before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you guys and send my love and my hugs to each and every one of you guys for all your love and support. Truly, I don't want to jinx it, but we're hitting a huge milestone with 1,000 subscribers. I'm just saying, pinch me, don't pinch me, but seriously, thank you guys. This channel could not be what it is and become what it's meant to be without each and every one of you for all your love and support, or with all your love and support, your views, likes, shares, subscribes. I'm just saying, I'm melting. So thank you guys. I love you back. So let's get started. So like I was saying here, as we walk into this weekend, there's an increase of confidence, or you may very well be feeling an increase of confidence because Saturn is moving direct. And to top it off, the full moon, which is also a supermoon, is going to be in Taurus. And so this is a time of action. Saturn's energy helps Virgos really with creating a sustainable structure for success. Say that 10 times fast. But either way, this is a time where, while I was meditating on this reading, the biggest message I got, especially when it comes to sustainable structures, within a holistic viewpoint for the human, our mind, body, and soul, our being, our essence, but also financial, in the 3D, not just in the 5D. But with financial success and stability, home front wise, especially with Virgos, that's a huge thing. How that is in our relationships, all of that coincides holistically for us. And Saturn really lets us, helps us rather, create sustainable structures within our life. And so it's really about remembering that you are one of a kind. Spread your wings and fly, building your sustainable structures, because the moon is also going to be helping you during this time too. Oh, thank you, Spirit. What additional messages do you have for us with the... Oh, okay, thank you. I love it when the cards are so talkative. But like I was saying, the full moon is going to give us courage during this time to step out of our comfort zone and really look at asking those hard questions, spreading your wings and fly, and embracing the idea, the fact, the essence that you truly are one of a kind. Only you is made to be you, and only you is made to be meant to do the things that you do in this life and that you bring to this life. And so truly, you are a gift at this time and in this life path. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles to start things out, this is all about your aspirations. Many of you too, looking at the 3D aspects, could be focused on learning, education, or building. It's certainly through due diligence, as well as through that concentrated focus. And right now, this is all about bringing your talent or your craft into a mastery. This is growth. And again, with the 8, this is all about stability and prosperity. Now is the time, especially during this full moon, where you may very well see victories in your long-term projects. Not only with long-term projects, but also with travel. So some of us could be moving, either that, or it refers to an idea of that there's going to be fast forward movement in your progress. But then also too, academic achievements. And so no pressure, but if you feel comfortable, share your story in the comments below of what comes to fruition during this super full moon. And two, the courage, what courage you're coming into to step out of that comfort zone and really not only strive for victory, but achieve the victory that you were meant to do and bring into this world as your gift. And so what we see here as well is that you are really embracing your High Priestess power. This is also during this time this weekend, during this time this weekend, on the 17th as well. The moon, which is going to move into Gemini, is going to be opposition with Mercury, which is in Sagittarius. And so this is also where spiritual gifts are available and heightened during this time. And really the main thing is with the High Priestess, This is about being a spiritual teacher, about embracing the duality of you, as well as finding the balance, the yin and the yang within your light and within your shadow, taking that time to reflect, but also taking that time to grow, to learn, to also master through repetition and through cycles, through the diligence of performing your craft, practicing your craft, committing to learning about your craft and your projects, and moving steps forward every time with it. And really with the Death card, this is going to be a transformation. This is liberation. And like I say, during this time, you may very well see during the full moon that long-term projects will achieve a victory. This is going to lead to liberation and rebirth. Like I say, this is the start of a new phase as well as the end of an old phase. It's that don't ask. It's embracing that shadow side, especially that scorpionic energy, and during Scorpion season, or Scorpio season. And so this is an absolute wonderful opportunity where it's like what I see in this is that those of whom I'm reading with right now and reading for have done the work. This is the time where you really see the results of doing the work, going through it every bit and coming out of it as a higher self. Like I say, you are one of a kind. This is the time to spread your wings and fly. You're ready. And with the Three of Cups, like I say, this is victory. This is celebration, as well as sharing and support. But this is where you're building sincere allies that are here to lift you up, here to support you, as well as it's time to celebrate those successes. Celebrate that growth, that achievement, and more importantly, that you are reaching your goals. You absolutely are meant to do something in this world that no one else can offer. And this is basically standing in your power, as well as remembering that it's important to celebrate those rewards along the way, to look how far you've come, and to celebrate those victories. Now, on the 16th as well, what I found fascinating when I was studying my astrology and meditating for this reading here, is that it actually happens to be International Day of Tolerance. And that's one of the main things that I also got when I was meditating on, you are one of a kind. What brings that growth and that enlightenment? And it really is the tolerance. It allows yourself to think for yourself, to analyze. No pressure there with being a Virgo, not surprising, right? But also to take that and utilize that critical thinking with making good discernment and good judgment along the way with your decisions. And so International Day for Tolerance is meant to celebrate not only the opportunity and the privilege to think for yourself, but to also allow others to enjoy the privilege and the opportunity to do so as well. That way we are stronger together and lifting each other up as we all grow through this school of life and developing what we're meant to do. Now, we also see here that the Hermit is in reverse and the Five of Swords here. So this is basically where I see, in the past, normally where you would be going within, this is the time to shine. Again, this is about spreading your wings to fly. And so there's no more need for introspection. You've gained wisdom. You've gained the opportunities of completion. And now is the time to share with others, to allow others to do so as well. But also to remember that you are utilizing the opportunity to think for yourself. You take wise advice, absolutely, but also utilize your discernment to recognize that misrepresentation can be in there, that there's unfair advantages that can be taken if leadership isn't basically represented with its highest intent being for unity, but instead for profit or for individual aspects. Individual gain is what I'm trying to say. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below or share your story and how you've witnessed this. Because what I see in this is that this is a transformation where normally Virgo is a mutable sign. This is the time where you instead, and I'm not trying to rhyme, God, that rhymes too. But this is your time to shine. You truly are one of a kind, and you have the ability to utilize that analytical mind, those critical thinking skills that you have to, and also too, like I say, to lend on that or lean on that full moon energy to step out of your comfort zone and shine in every bit that you need to and you are meant to in this world and in this life to create those sustainable structures that are meant for success. Now, I do want to say too, on the 16th, the sun is going to be in Scorpio. We're ending the Scorpio season here soon. But basically, it's also going to be in opposition with Uranus, which is in Taurus. And so this is a time where you are distinctive. You are individualistic. And like I said, you are one of a kind. But the moon is going to move into Gemini as well during this point. And so we're also curious. We're responsive and we're awakening to new experiences as well as new impressions. And so, like I say, this is an opportunity to take in perspectives of others because it makes we're stronger together. What makes us stronger together is the fact that we think differently, right? We can bring new experiences to the table that others haven't yet felt and help with adding that wisdom along the way so that we are stronger together and that we learn from each other and together. And again, that's, I think, the most wonderful piece about the International Day for Tolerance. And if you agree, like I say, please like, share, subscribe, help get this message out to as many Virgos as possible. But really, it's about allowing ourselves and celebrating the fact that we have the ability and the gift and right to think for ourselves and to allow others the privilege and the opportunity to do so as well. Now, during this time, like I say, you are moving into a period of prosperity. There is a freedom in that individualistic aspect. And with this opposition between the sun and Uranus, you will absolutely be shining in that moment, shining in those new experiences and in those new impressions. And you are being seen at this time, especially when it comes for fighting for your goals, for standing your ground where instead you may be tempted to avoid conflict, like to go with others' intent. But instead here, this is where you're finding your voice. This is where you're standing your ground in your financial opportunities, in your relationships, in your discernment to create sustainable structures for success where you're planning for the future and you're giving way to that future. You're paving the way for that future. And during this time too, I want to say, so on the 17th, as we close out this weekend, the moon, which is in Gemini, is going to be conjunct with Jupiter, which is also in Gemini. My favorite planet, not trying to be biased. But either way, this is a huge opportunity, especially with both being in Gemini, both having such air behind them, that air energy of visionary success, of really following your path, no matter how unconventional or off the beaten path from the norms it may stand, or it may travel. But either way, this is a significant time where financial gains, healthy life instincts really take over, and where your feelings are wealthy, especially during the ideas and embracing the ideas that come to you during this time through artistic inclination and ambition. Because again, the moon's going to be in opposition with Mercury. The moon's in Gemini, and then you have Mercury in Sagittarius, which of course, us Virgos being led by Mercury, you're very much going to feel this. And during this time, there's basically what I'm trying to say is that your spiritual gifts may very well be very, very heightened at this time. You'll be in tune. And like I say, this is a time through standing your ground, through building parties and friendships and stable structures and sustainable structures within your relationships. This is a time of celebration and joy, potentially even reunions. And so, like I say, some people could be coming in from the past. Relationships that have ebbed and flowed will be coming back together, and most importantly, building and revitalizing in sustainable aspects and ways where you will carry each other through lifetimes. And then what I also see here is, as we close out this weekend, you absolutely have wisdom by your side. You have some elders on your side, as well as your angels and spirit guides. now is the time really where you are connected, like I say, with celebrating, awakening to new experiences with that Geminian moon, where you are seeking consultation. Some of you, even maybe too, may have some illuminations come through grounding and through your connection with the divine, whether it be through sound baths, meditation, or even grounding, getting out into nature, or through music and art therapy. But either way, this is where you will see movement. And again, like I say, with the full moon being when it's in Taurus at the beginning of the weekend, this is where you will start to see victories with long-term projects, with travel that will create movement, but also to academic achievements. So no pressure again, but if you feel comfortable, share your story in the comments below. That way we can celebrate your victories with you, help lift you up and support you, and assure you that on this channel, on the Honey Sea Star Tarot, you absolutely are not only welcome, but this is a safe place where we are meant to lift each other up along our journeys, and also along our celebration of each other, and especially on International Day of Tolerance. I'm just saying, to lift each other up in the idea that we all have critical minds and unique minds, and we are all one of a kind. This is a safe place where you are allowed to spread your wings and fly and share with others, and let others celebrate you as well for what you bring to the table. Now, with the Five of Cups here, this is about holding on to the past. So there could be some regret, there could be some grief that people are looking at, or potentially a loss that you've been experienced. But either way, it's in regards to holding on to the past. As you can see, though, only 4 cups are spilt. There's 1 cup walking with him. This is the time where if you felt that what you were building before wasn't sustainable, it may have been great, but it was short-lived. This is where you're holding on to the focus of what truly is meant to stand the test of time. And with this energy, really, truly, you're building those sustainable structures for success, not only in the short run, but also in the long run. And with the with the 4 of coins, this is about, again, you've got the Midas touch. It's a time of saving, a time of holding on and being resourceful to your financial aspects. So some of you may be finding, especially with a money management focus, or if it's career focus, realigning your focus. I know I said that a lot. Realigning your structures in the way where you're investing. Say if, I guess what comes to mind is the idea of house rich, money poor, or cash rich, money poor. No, oh my God, I cannot talk all of a sudden. Let me try that one more time. But basically, house rich, cash poor, or cash rich, house poor, and what's most important at this time, how you're investing your money, maybe even in your 401k, or reinvesting your financial aspects in your home front, in your career, in your relationships as well. And so some of you could be getting your affairs in order too, is how I would put it. Things that you've put off to the wayside. But it's really about building those sustainable structures to let your money make itself for you. As I would put it, you're thinking smarter, not harder. And you're thinking for yourself, right? You're being individualistic as well as distinctive in how you're building your stability. And with the Page of Wands, this is very much a freedom. This is going to, and again, because this is an opportunity of travel during this time too, what I see is an exploration and an arrival of good news, but there's excitement towards this creativity. As you see, he's looking up and he's looking forward. He's no longer looking down. And so, like I say, this is an opportunity where if you're holding on to the past, holding on to aspects that you felt have really led to loss, or have been struggling with letting go. This is a time to awaken to new experiences, and by letting go as well as restructuring your foundations, I guess is how I would put it. You'll find that during this time, a path will be made clear towards victory in long-term projects. Because again, you are one of a kind. Oh, wow. Okay. So what we got is the Knight of Swords, the Judgment card, and then also the 5 of Swords. So this is really interesting. So with the Knight of Swords here, like I say, changes are coming, and expect that a path is going to be made clear during the full moon. Side tangent as well, again, if you haven't checked it out, I made a separate video about the super moon on the 15th, as well as with Saturn moving direct. It goes more into detail, but this is about taking action. And there is change and opportunity coming towards you at this time. And really, it's because karma is moving in your favor. Spirit is making a judgment. It's time for the truth to come forward. And so if you've been feeling defeated, especially with having conflicts and tension surrounding you, people projecting on you as well, or just bringing, like I say, unrest, I guess is how I would put it. Really at this time, it's about finding that universal balance, and the universal balance is shifting in your favor. And so if you have felt that, now is the time to really lean on the energies, not only with Saturn moving direct, giving you that opportunity for action to help you create sustainable structures, leaning on that full moon to step out of your comfort zone and achieve and celebrate. Be assured that you will receive victories in long-term projects and academic achievement, as well as travel. But also, too, you're standing in your power. You've got that critical individual thinking, and you're awakening to new experiences during this weekend. And like I say, no pressure, but your spiritual gifts are heightened. And financial opportunities are at hand here, are very much coming. And so, like I say, especially when it comes to finances, was what I'm getting here quite a bit. If it's been causing you stress, if you've endured loss in finances, felt stagnancies or hardships, at this time, judgment is in your favor. The Six of Coins here is in your favor. Karma is in your favor, and you'll be seeing opportunity and gifts flowing easily to you here. And really, truly, it's due to the work that you've done. It's because you're one of a kind. Whatever you're following with your intuition, with your artistic inclination, and through your ambition in what you're building, this is the time to spread your wings and fly. And so, like I say, if this resonates, by all means, like, share, subscribe, help get this message out to as many Virgos as we can. That way we can lift each other up during this time and support each other on this channel. Now, I did want to just pull some spirit animal totems for some additional messages here for this weekend. And what we pulled is the elephant and the cougar. And so with the elephant, it really represents greatness. This is about choosing love. Spirit is assuring you during this time that love truly is your strength. You are meant for greatness. You are meant to be one of a kind, because leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet, and you can overcome any problem. And so if you've been surrounded or feeling like conflict has been at the forefront of your surroundings, this is a time where you will naturally and easily achieve success and overcome any problem that's at hand. And with the cougar, this is where Spirit is really saying now is the time to embrace your confidence with your assertiveness. In silence, you find power. No pressure, but with the Hermit, that does not surprise me. I'm just saying we're Virgos. But this is the time to claim your leadership role and to take action. You know where to go, and you know what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed during this weekend. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, please like, share, subscribe, help support the channel, but most importantly, help to support getting this message out there. That way we can help lift each other up and lift as many Virgos as we can up as we go through this weekend and experience a wonderful transition between the full moon and, like I say, International Day for Tolerance. Just saying. So I also, before we go, want to touch on our major arcana here. See if there's any music therapy that anyone needs or chakra blockages that we're struggling with that we can work through music therapy and color therapy. As a side tangent too, if you're feeling this weekend a little challenged, feeling a lack of confidence lately to really take action towards what you're meant to do, towards your path, towards spreading your wings to fly, check out the Honey Sea Star store. All the designs are meant to uplift, empower, and inspire you along your day. It's your power word. And so check out the store, see if there's anything there that speaks to you and represents your power word. That way we can dress how we feel and, like I say, walk into each day with confidence and with love and light. But so what we pulled here for music therapy is we've got the F, the G sharp, and the G. This is actually a really wonderful transition and progression. So if you play music, try a little improv with the F, the chords of F, G sharp, and G to really balance and realign those chakras. What I see in this as well is that we've got a lot of greens and blues. And so doing some color therapy and some grounding, getting out into nature, and really experiencing those wonderful fall colors, getting by water as well, so that we can cleanse and let go of anything and realign with the universe through our manifestations and through our positive experiences. Let go of that negative energy so that we can realign and properly manifest and walk through life and spread our wings to fly. As a reminder too, water holds memories. So drink plenty of water. It's a wonderful way to detox when you're realigning. But really what we've got here is kind of fun. We've got the root chakra here, and so that really is all about your foundation. When you do any type of sound baths or meditation baths during this time, grounding is really going to be helping you with realigning and detoxifying that energy blockage. It represents a lot of earth energy, and so affirmations that really recognize that you truly are solid in your foundation, and especially this weekend, you are finding a path made clear to create sustainable structures for success, build sustainable foundations. But it's to also recognize during your meditation that you are deeply connected to the physical world, and you are strong, you are stable, and you are unshakable during this time. That'll really help you with cleansing that root energy, realigning and regrounding yourself. And then too, we've also got the third eye here, and it's two third eyes with the high priestess and the hermit, But it's a lot of moon energy, right? And so now is the time to really take advantage of that full moon on the 15th as you walk into this weekend, to meditate and to open and unblock any third eye chakra issues that you've been experiencing. But affirmations like allowing yourself to dream as big as the universe, to not settle, but more importantly, to think critically and to think individually in what you want when you build your sustainable structures. That will lead you to your success. But also, too, to step back and understand and to question the lens of your perception. New opportunities come from new windows being opened. And so realigning with spirit, to see and recognize those signs, those paths that are being opened for you during this weekend, will really help you with building those sustainable structures of success for the future, for your future, because you truly are one of a kind. You're not meant to go with the grain. And if that resonates, like I say, share your story, put a heart in the comments below, like, share, subscribe. But either way, for all the ways that you guys support this channel, I love you back. I truly hope this message helps, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Love and light.